The masquerade hall glittered like a dream carved from shadow. Crystal chandeliers dripped with silver lights, masks gleamed like predators' faces, and the music of violins wove a haunting spell through the night. Men and women swirled across the floor, their laughter muffled by velvet and lace. It was the kind of night where danger dressed as beauty, and Seraphina Duskbane was danger incarnate. Her gown was a masterpiece, deep crimson silk, cut to reveal just enough to tempt but never surrender. Embroidered with silver threads that shimmered like starlight when she moved, her mask, black and edged in rubies, covered her eyes but not her gaze. That, as always, burned through everything. Every step she took was measured, commanding, and though dozens of men tried to draw her into conversation, she saw only one face among the crowd, Lucien Vale. He was leaning against a marble pillar, mask discarded, storm-gray eyes fixed on her with that same infuriating smug patience. As if he'd been waiting for her all night, as if every other soul in the room was nothing but a shadow. The moment their eyes met, the air between them snapped taut. She hated that her pulse quickened. She hated that he looked devastating in black, his coat cut perfectly to his broad frame, his dark hair swept back with infuriating ease. And she hated, most of all, that he knew exactly what effect he had on her. Seraphina turned away, gliding through the crowd. But she could feel him following, always a step behind, always close enough to brush her flame without burning. Finally, she slipped through the balcony doors into the night air. The city spread below, glowing like 1,000 dying embers. The mask of noise and laughter fell away, leaving only silence. And of course, he was there. Lucien leaned against the railing, a crimson rose in hand. He twirled it lazily, the thorns glinting like knives. "You're predictable," she said, her voice cold. "And you're irresistible," he countered, smirking. "So it seems we're both cursed." She crossed her arms, glaring. "You corner me at every turn, Vale. Why?" His eyes darkened, serious now, the grin fading. "Because you're the only thing in this city I can't buy, bend, or break." Her breath caught. He stepped closer, offering her the rose. The thorns brushed her skin as she took it, drawing the faintest bead of blood at her fingertip. "You've hated me since the moment we met," Lucien murmured, his voice low, dangerously intimate, "and yet here you are." Seraphine's amber eyes blazed. "You confuse hatred with fascination." "Do I?" He leaned closer, his lips grazing the shell of her ear. "Because the way you look at me feels like obsession." Her pulse thundered. She wanted to deny it, to laugh in his face, to shove him off the balcony. But when she turned to meet his gaze, the words caught in her throat. Gray eyes locked with amber. Fire met storm. The silence burned hotter than any words. "Finally," she hissed, "you're insufferable." And then she kissed him. It wasn't soft. It wasn't gentle. It was fire clashing against steel, hunger and rage colliding. Every ounce of venom they'd spat at each other turned into desperate heat. Her fingers tangled in his hair, his hands gripped her waist, pulling her closer as though he'd been starving for this moment. The world fell away. The music, the masks, the city, all of it vanished, leaving only them, locked in a war, disguised as a kiss. When they broke apart, both were breathless, their foreheads pressed together, their chests heaving. Seraphine's voice trembled, low and furious. "This doesn't change anything, you're still my enemy." Lucien's grin returned, softer this time, laced with something dangerously close to tenderness. "Good. I wouldn't want it any other way." And as the storm of their obsession raged on the balcony, the masquerade glittered behind them, unaware that the most dangerous alliance of all had just been sealed. Enemies, lovers, both always,